Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of the 2 Point Conversation Football Talk for fans by fans right here on the network at bicbp-radio.com. My name is Matt Johnson, one of your hosts, and alongside with me for your retro fantasy. Oh, shoot. Sorry. More stuff. Retro fantasy football game. We have Mr. Andrew Lenz.
What are you doing?
I'm doing just peachy.
I can hear. I can't wait until you say the news.
I'm gonna
hear your enthusiastic voice, and I feel like we might get a Matt rant for a little bit.
No, I don't know anymore. Also joining us, our 90s retro champ, Mr. David Tlebka. What's up, dude?
I finally won, and I intend to make it back-to-back wins. By the way, so
you'd be the first.
Oh, yeah.
And then of course the Boyd. What's up, dude?
What's up, Matt? What's going on, man?
Nothing.
Pretty good. How about you, man?
I'm okay. You've heard all my pre-recording rants, but I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. No Jaws today, but he is going to text in. So which is pretty cool. Jaws, he might make it an official announcement next week. He is going to be busy. He is busy coaching college baseball. We're very, very proud of him. Very good opportunity that he has, and we're going to support him. So he'll be, I think next week will be his last episode of this season. So until the end of college baseball season. So with that in mind, we have a lot of stuff to talk about today, gentlemen, before we get this
crazy
this
party started,
this party underway. Yeah. All right. So first and foremost, Aaron Rodgers has ultimately agreed to return to Green Bay. I know what a whirlwind of bullshit that it took us to get the exact answer that we all expected. Aaron Rodgers is back has decided to come back to Green Bay. There is lots of rumors out there about what the reported deal is. There is apparently, according to Pat McAfee, who was very close to Aaron Rodgers, nothing has been inked yet. There is a rumor about 4 years, $200 million with $153 million guaranteed. That is inconclusive at this point in time. And apparently the deal is looking to be very team friendly. So with that, the dominoes fall. Devontae Adams most likely getting franchise tagged and returning to Green Bay as well. Let's see. And then the bombshell that literally happened. I mean, I'm glad it happened when it did. There's been a couple franchise, we'll do the franchise taggings first. Mike Gesicki for the Dolphins, Dalton Schultz for the Dallas Cowboys, and that's kind of that. Cam Robinson got signed after the big trade, which we'll talk about in just a minute. Mike Williams and the Chargers have agreed on a 3-year, $60 million extension. So good for Mike Williams. Was really hoping he'd hit the open market, but we just talked about this on yesterday's episode. Very, very smart by the Chargers to extend him. And yes, here it is. The big news, ladies and gentlemen. Russell Wilson has been traded to the Denver Broncos. He's free, man free. It is a massive deal, shocking even, because Aaron Rodgers was slated to be the guy to go to Denver if he did move, and it's crazy how quick that once that domino fell. I know it's a phrase we've been saying over and over again, but how quick that deal, that agreement happened with Aaron Rodgers Green Bay, that Russell Wilson was traded. So here are the full details of the pick. Seattle gets Drew Lock, tight end Noah Fant, defensive lineman Shelby Harris, 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and a 5th-round pick. So a massive haul going to Seattle. And Denver gets Russell Wilson in a 4th-round pick. So
a 4th-round pick could be anything.
Yeah,
it could even be like
a 4th
Russell
round
Wilson. Oh, we had 2 different sayings.
Yeah, it could be like the Jake Reed in the Herschel Walker trade.
Ooh. I know who Jake Reed is. It's Jordan Reed's dad.
No.
Okay.
Somebody picked him last week.
One of these times when I say it's going to work.
Matt.
Did I?
That AFC West division is just stacked.
It's
now.
Disgusting.
It's funny
It's
how
crazy. You got to think. Does this make Denver more of a contender now? You know, are they going to get out of the bottom of the AFC West?
they're going to be better than the Chargers.
Ooh, that's sharp. That's
It's
tough. I don't know about all that. They definitely contend that division's gonna be the best division in football next year, at least based on quarterbacks. You got Russ and Patrick Mahomes going head to head twice a year. Justin Herbert, of course, twice a year, and then Derek Carr.
Derek Carr's like, I'm here too.
It would honestly not surprise. I know, right? It would not surprise me if all 4 teams of the AFC West make the playoffs next year, which is obviously very possible now in our new 7-team format.
I'm about to say, has it ever happened? That sounds like
not yet. It's still a new thing.
Oh,
but
the whole division?
the whole division,
Yeah.
It's come close.
it's come close. NFC, well, no, not NFC West.
The NFC North
Was close this year. Yes, yeah, that is true.
Okay.
The NFC West or AFC North was close this year, but
I'm sorry, the NFC Central one year. I think the Bears, the Packers, and the Lions made it, but that's when the Bucks were still in there, so they weren't making it.
Goddamn Bucks.
the damn.
I wonder.
The Yucks.
Drew Lock, yeah. Drew Lock is probably so happy. He's probably like, I mean, I'm still a starter for now. I mean, Seattle has. Who else does Seattle have now? Geno Smith. Oof.
Drew Lock.
Actually-
They may go to the draft. Oh no, they get draft capital.
I mean, they have like
Yeah.
a million picks now. Actually,
Wow.
my hot take, if y'all listening, they're gonna flip those picks for Sean Watson.
I think the South. Now it's pretty much the Rams and the Cardinals, and maybe even not even the Cardinals. The Rams are probably rejoicing over this. I'm sorry, I am if I'm the Rams,
Oh, for sure.
Rams.
because I'm like, oh, we own this for at least the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. Our division got easier.
The Cardinals are having problems. The 49ers.
Hey, Kyler unblocked his stuff. Kyler
Oh,
unblocked his pictures. He unhid them, so everything must be good.
Oh,
Fucking baby.
He also said he wants a contract between now and the draft, which means
He's
I
probably
don't-
gonna get one, and they're
how
cheap.
can he
ass-
demand? He's like third. It's his third year.
It's actually smart. I thought about it today, and he has elevated the Cardinals from where they were.
I agree.
There's no doubt
I
about
agree.
it. But it actually would be smart if they sign the extension now,
Or like,
and
oh,
instead of
yeah.
2 years down the road when maybe that
Yeah.
quarterback market value is increased, just rip the Band-Aid off. You might not. I know Kyler, has had some injury issues, but yeah, it's
I just like that his letter basically said, "Y'all sucked before me." I mean, he's right, but it's funny seeing a quarterback say that.
oh yeah, it's hilarious because we're all thinking it. So
Oh yeah. What a game.
we're all thinking it.
And that's
Um,
it's only like it's not even like the day's not even over yet. There might be more shit coming out.
There
I'm
might
excited.
be. There might
I
be.
love free agency is the best.
It's fun. This is already off to a fun start. It's not going to top the last 2 years, but so far so good. Yeah. And I got nothing. We got a fantasy draft to do, gentlemen. Let's hop into that. But that is the news for the day. Some big breaking stuff. We are doing the 2000s. That is our decade of choice. And Andrew, why don't you spin the wheel and see what we which specific year we are doing?
We are doing
I'll get Jazz's Facebook up so I can message him.
2004.
Good year.
That Patriots Super Bowl.
Yep.
Great.
Third one.
That
That's the
was their
third.
third.
Yeah. That's
is that
it's Pat's Eagles. Yeah.
is that their third with Brady or is that their third overall?
They're with
Fourth.
Brady.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
4th overall.
He
No,
has
5th overall.
I just clicked on his profile. He has so many nicknames. It's TB12, Tom Terrific, Touchdown Tom, Goat, The Pharaoh, Comeback Kid, or Sir. I like
Yeah.
The Pharaoh. I would have loved him more if he called himself The Pharaoh.
All right. I just let Jazz know. So I guess it's time to figure out our draft order. 2004. Yeah, it's a fun year.
Are you ready?
Yep.
And the draft order goes as following. What the first pick is going to be, of course, We all know. If you
How?
listen to the show. Give it to him. All right. If this is your first time listening, it's Matt. It's always Matt.
So
He's the Tom Brady of being the first pick.
yeah, but I never win. I don't think if I won getting the number 1 overall, I don't think I have.
So you're like
You
Peyton
win with-
Manning?
I thought you won when you
Oh,
had
yeah.
Dan Marino.
I
Yeah,
did.
he did
Oh
win.
yeah, that's what I did. Win his first overall. Okay, well, I'll take it. I will take it.
And the second pick goes to the man behind the messenger, Derek Jaws.
All right, let me let him know.
All right.
And the third pick goes to Mr. Champ, 90s retro champ,
So good at retro fantasy.
David Telepka.
Ironically, the 90s is more points than I scored the past 3 weeks before I won.
And the fourth pick goes to me. So that means the Boyd. You
Yeah.
are
Snake?
Snaky Snake once again.
Snaky snake. All right. I guess that means I'm on the clock, huh?
Yes, you are.
All right. Oh, there's a lot of good players this year. Oh boy.
Don't remember this year too much.
Surprising. I know who I don't remember it either. I wasn't watching football, so
I watched. I didn't watch too much football. I don't remember the playoffs.
All right.
Huh.
I am going to select my first overall pick. Seattle Seahawk running back Shaun Alexander as my number 1 overall. 1,696 rushing yards in 2004 and 16 rushing touchdowns that year. So pretty good touchdown number. I like his yardage a lot better than the other guy. So yardage and touchdowns are pretty good. That's averaging at least 1 touchdown a game. So not too shabby.
Fine.
All right.
Mr. Jaws is on the clock.
Seattle running back going first overall. Ironic.
I forgot Shaun Alexander was a thing until this draft.
Yeah, I don't. It's a good. Was he good?
Yeah, for like good 4 years. Like
Mr.
really good for a good 4 years.
Mr. Touchdown or Alexander the Great. Cool nicknames.
All right. Josh just messaged the group chat. He is taking the guy who I passed over. He has more touchdowns. He's taking San Diego Chargers legend LaDainian Tomlinson, 1,335 rushing yards and 17 rushing touchdowns in 2004. So LDT. Can't say LT in front of. I can't say LT in front of Andrew. He yells at me. So
Only one LT.
So yes, you are right.
Lettuce,
so
tomato.
terrible sandwich combination. Terrible. But
That's amazing. I eat tomato sandwiches.
Oh God, I hate tomatoes.
I love.
You are so
what kind of
Pennsylvania.
What kind of tomato? What kind of Italian are you, Matt?
Yeah, you've never had a tomato sandwich?
No, you fucking sickos.
Yeah, tomatoes are gross.
It's the texture. I can't do it.
And the taste.
I could do like thinly cut, and if it's like smothered in cheese, but no.
Or fried. Fried
Tomato
green
sandwiches.
tomatoes.
Thick ass tomato, freaking a cup of mayonnaise and fresh cracked black pepper right on that shit. Just numb. Not a cup. I'm just joking. Not a cup. Like half a cup.
You know whose forehead could hold a cup of mayonnaise?
Ooh.
Peyton Manning, who I'm going to take the best quarterback of the year. I mean, he wasn't number 1 in yardage, but 49 touchdowns, 4,500 yards.
Choke artist.
Choke artist, yeah. For those who don't know, choke artist. He's not. But I like Peyton Manning. Looking over his stats, like I don't think he has a single game without a touchdown this year. And goddamn, I'll take Peyton Manning anytime I can get it.
My pick easier because you know what goes also good on a sandwich sometimes? A little bit of pepper, a little bit of
Oh.
Dante Culpepper. My man had his
That's a
career
shit
year
pepper.
with 4,717 yards and 39 touchdowns.
A lot of touchdowns.
Do you like Culpepper in Miami?
I had such high hopes.
Yeah.
Such high. I think they ruined him.
Yeah, blame it on Miami.
Fucking no, it's fucking Nick Saban. That whole
He wanted
fuck
Drew
Nick Saban.
Brees. He wanted Drew Brees.
I wanted Drew Brees, but then I was like, Culpepper is cool.
Yeah, real cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like the situation with the Colts. You know, you want Stafford, but you end up with Carson Wentz. And this is my final episode with the 2-point conversation. It's been fun.
Let's see.
Uh,
Well, I have been.
We have Stafford at home.
I've been taking wide receivers probably too late, and it hasn't been working out for me.
It
okay.
hasn't.
So
Does this work into a
that-
sandwich talk though?
I don't think so.
I don't
But
think
let me go wide receiver here. Let's take the receiving leader in yards and touchdowns for this year, Muhsin Muhammad. And he had 1,405 yards and 16 touchdowns on the season.
wow. Pretty good. All right.
And then
Moose.
with the snake, you know, I'm gonna go off the wagon here. I'm gonna take a tight end. I'll go Tony Gonzalez.
Nice.
Let's see. Tony Gonzalez had 1,258 yards, 7 touchdowns for the season.
Oh. All right. He's acceptable in my book.
I'm gonna go with Tiki Barber. Ran for 1,518 yards and 13 touchdowns.
13. All right. Tiki Barber. Off
Tiki.
the board.
Remember when he was a thing?
No.
I had his jersey at one point.
And there's nothing. I'm more of a Rondé guy. Who is your favorite barber?
I don't go to a barber anymore.
Neither do I, as you can tell if you're watching this.
But all right, if we're taking running backs, I actually disagree. I don't want another running back yet. I'm gonna go with the better tight end, in my opinion, Antonio Gates. He might have had 964 yards on the season, but he had 13 touchdowns. And after that, I see a steep drop off of tight ends. So I'm going to get my guy off the board. And his name is cool, Antonio Gates.
Yeah, dude's a legend. He's really good.
Was really good.
Was really good. Yeah.
Now he's old.
Yeah.
80.
All right.
Super old.
What's that?
He was still good. Like they were like
Up until
hey,
the year he
Antonio.
retired, yeah. He came out of
Sure.
retirement and he played pretty damn good.
They're like, Antonio, we need a tight end. He's like, I guess I'll do it. So that's the Jazzer.
Yes, the Jaws has sent in his next pick. He's going running back as well for this one. He likes Curtis Martin for the New York Jets, the rushing yards leader. He got 1 yard on Shaun Alexander to be the rushing yards leader. That's crazy. 1697 to 1696. But Curtis Martin had 12 touchdowns in the 2004 season. So
Messed up. You could have. Can't believe you didn't pick the yards leader. That's 0.1 points you could get.
And it's Curtis, my favorite Martin.
he's a pretty good Martin.
Is actually Curtis James Martin Jr.
Oh my goodness. Go watch some. Go watch some NFL primetime.
Am I not allowed to say middle names? Is that a bad thing?
I'm saying his nickname.
His nickname's okay. All right.
Like, given Chris Berman nickname, and that's worth a lot in the world of the NFL.
Dude, I'm
Very
so mad
important.
about this Russell Wilson trade.
Just-
My balls hurt from this Russell Wilson trade and how bad
Why?
because the Colts suck.
Matt, I swear, if I turn on like Channel 4 News, like if I'm like, hey, what's going on in the news in Buffalo on Paramount Plus, and I see you at the Falls, don't do it. Okay.
I'm going. I have to go
if
cash
we
in.
don't,
I have to go. I have to go cash in lottery tickets, scratch offs, and go to the gym after this. I'm going to be a very angry man, but my biceps are going to look fucking fantastic.
Well,
You're
there
gonna
you go.
yeah,
You know
just
that thing.
channeling anger for every day that Carson Wentz is your quarterback. Do one push-up.
All
For
right.
Every
Next.
$27 million
Yeah.
he's owned.
All
All right. So you're on the clock.
Yeah, I get a sneaky snake. I'm going to take my second running back, get that out of the way with guy. Yeah, he's pretty good. I am a little worried about the game started, but Corey Dillon from 04, he's with New England at this point, 1,635 rushing yards and 12 touchdowns on the seasons. That is my first as my round 2 pick, and then my round 3, I'm going into the receivers. All right, I am looking at, got to get a receiver here. I'm going to take New Orleans Saints wide receiver Joe Horn. Had 94 catches for 1,399 yards and 11 touchdowns on the season. So, yeah,
That with
nice.
the cell phone?
What's that?
Is that with the cell phone? Is he going to pull the cell phone out of the field goal pad for you?
Is he the
too?
one who did that?
That is him.
I thought it was like T.O. or one of those other
That's-
assholes.
See, David dropped the ball on this one. This is J.C. Horn's father,
Oh,
Carolina Panthers corner.
oh.
Oh, I only do it when it's wrong.
Oh, okay. Such
Damn
a
it,
lucky trait.
Wow. You're not wrong.
But yeah, let me message Josh really quick to let him know what I took.
Did JC Horn even play last year? I thought he broke his foot like 2 games in.
Yeah, I think so.
And no wonder I didn't know him. He's on the Panthers, so
Yeah.
why am I following that team?
Well,
Well,
I know of him
just-
because of the draft.
yeah, to see my new quarterback would be my new running back would be cool.
All right, boys. He has sent in wide receiver Marvin Harrison of the Colts. 86 catches, 1,113 yards, and 15 touchdowns on the season. So he's got his first wide receiver off the board.
Well, there goes my hope of pairing Peyton Manning with his wide receiver.
Sorry to hear that.
But I guess since Matt mentioned you mentioned him, I'm gonna go with Terrell, and I have to say his middle name because it's awesome. Eldorado Owens.
That's an awesome name.
What? It is an awesome name. And on the year, he had 1,200 yards exactly and 14 touchdowns. Played for Philly, Pro Bowl, first team All Pro. That'll be my first wide receiver.
Are you a little worried that you might get one of the later games with him?
I didn't look
Broke
that
his
far
leg.
ahead. Are they that bad?
No, he broke his leg.
How many get?
He like pretty much played the Super Bowl on a broken leg.
Oh, well, he's only inactive week 16 and 17 of the regular season, so I'm fine. I ain't worried. 14 touchdowns in a 4 season, and he missed 2 games.
I am gonna take Jack's favorite running back, Edgerrin James, or Edgerrin James, but Edgerrin as Jack.
Garrett.
At Garen James.
And he had 1,548 yards and 9 touchdowns.
Edgerrin James. Is that my brother? You said my brother's favorite running back?
Yeah, because he calls him Ed Guerin. He called him Ed Guerin instead of Edgerrin.
Sometimes you want to be pronouncing names right. It's just so hard.
Boyd with the snake.
All right. Let's take another wide receiver here. It looks like Indy had 3 guys over 1,000 yards receiving that year. I think Jaws took Harrison. I'm gonna go with Reggie Wayne. And
That's
he
fine.
had
Fine.
1,210 yards, 12 touchdowns on the year.
That's fine. I didn't want him either.
You
And
had a chance
then-
to get him.
I had T.O. on the board.
True.
Spike the ball. Oh,
With the sneaky snake, I'm gonna go with a running back. Let's go with Dominic Williams, who I don't even remember, but
he
I'm
was
gonna
really
go with
good.
him. 1,188 yards, 13 touchdowns on the year. Not bad.
I looked him up when I saw his stats, and I was like, wow, this guy was pretty good. And then I saw that he suffered like a terrible knee injury one year, and then that's what just completely ended his career. He's got pretty decent stats for about, I think, a 3-year span.
You don't need
Yeah.
you don't need knees.
No,
I didn't really remember him that much.
after looking at this, I believe that the Texans are cursed.
Yeah,
Probably, yep.
they have a good court.
Texans cannot have nice things.
They always just ruin them. God damn.
So I guess I should grab a wide receiver before they're all gone. And I'm going to go with St. Louis Rams wide receiver, Torrey Holt, 94 receptions, 1,372 yards receiving, and 10 touchdowns.
Mm,
David, who you got?
I'm going to take a Buffalo boy. I'm going to take Willis McGahee in his rookie year, in which he ran for, wow, that's a good rookie year. 284 attempts for 1,128 yards and 13 touchdowns. Happily. Was he even good? I feel like I hear his name all the time, but
He was
all right.
You want to hit up Jaws, Matt? The thing with McGahee is that he would have been like really good, and then he played in the national championship game and got his knee completely destroyed. So there was like a big question of whether he would come back to his status. And it was right before the game too. They just took an insurance policy out on his knees. Well, his
Jesus.
family did for like $2.5 million. So even if his knee got totaled, he still would have got $2.5 million.
There's insurance policies for knees.
Yeah, you could get them through Lloyd's of London. A lot of wrestlers do it too.
Damn, I should get it on that.
All right, guys. Jaws with the next pick is taking Green Bay Packer wide receiver Javon Walker. 89 catches, 1,382 yards, and 12 touchdowns in 2004. So, never heard of him.
Really?
Honestly, I don't remember him at all.
He played
Oh.
football for the Green Bay Packers, I think.
Yeah, he was,
Did he?
he was like damn good for a couple of years, and then another guy, his knee got torn up, and then he went to Denver, did pretty good there. And I think something once again happened to his knees, and then Oakland overpaid for him.
So many knees this year.
Yeah. It's beginning of the end.
Bless all the knees.
Well, I do need a quarterback, so I'm gonna take Mr. Brett Favre. I'm gonna take Brett Favre. He's got a pretty good touchdown to INT ratio, and it's Brett Favre.
I hear he threw a lot of passes to Javon Walker that year. Pretty good receiver.
Favre in 2004, 4,088 passing yards, 30 touchdowns, 17 INTs. So there's a couple other ones I was potentially looking at, but yeah, Favre is just
Can't go wrong.
no, you can't go wrong with Favre. And all right, I'm letting Jaws know. And he is swinging back with his.
You got to get your other one in.
Oh, shoot, I do. That's
He-
right.
Matt's
Yeah.
about to take
I
Jaws'
almost-
pick and say,
I
sorry,
almost
go
did.
on.
I almost just
Yeah.
screwed up everything. Wide receiver, Drew Bennett.
Oh my goodness, you did not take him.
I did take him. Oh, my God.
Have you not seen the famous clip of the? I think it's
OMG, my
Steelers-
BFF Jill or whatever.
No, the one of the Steelers fans are yelling at him, and he's like, "Hey, Drew Bennett, I got you on my fantasy team, but I'm never gonna start you because you fucking suck."
I hope.
Oh my goodness, I gotta find it.
Please do. Yeah, Drew Bennett, Tennessee Titans wide receiver, 80 catches, 1,247 receiving yards, and then 11 touchdowns on the year. So pretty good. Him and Steve McNair.
Did good 1 year.
Huh?
I said so. He did good 1 year.
Yeah, at least this year. All right. So Jaws did send me his pick. He's going Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Trent Green.
That's why you didn't steal it.
Yeah, I'm good on that. Trent Green had the second most passing yards in 2004, 4,591 with 27 touchdowns to 17 interceptions. So Trent Green.
A quarterback off the board. You know what? I want to pair two big personalities together. I'm going to take Chad Johnson, Mr. Ocho Cinco. On the year, he had 95 catches, 1,274 yards, and 9 touchdowns. I'm sure his middle name is Javon. That's cool.
That's a French ass name, Javon.
Fucking wanted Ocho Cinco.
Well, you can't have him. I'll trade you.
No, because I'm gonna go. Because Matt believes in Brett Favre so much this year, and Jaws believes in Javon Walker. I believe that there's something left over for this man. I feel a forgotten wide receiver in the NFL, Mr. Donald Driver. And in 2004, had 84 catches for 1,208 yards and 9 touchdowns. I'll take Donald Driver. And no drama. No drama with Donald Driver.
I've never heard of a drama with Donald Driver, so. Yeah, but yeah, no, he's fine. I'm sure he's. Who is he?
Ooh, Donald Driver? Damn good.
Is that his nickname? Damn good.
It should be. Should be. That is his new nickname now for the 2-point. Donald Driver will be ever known as damn good.
Donald Damn Good Driver.
There you go. So, Boyd, who is your next damn good pick?
Oh, let's see. My damn good pick. I'm gonna take QB. Now, everybody's taking pretty good QBs, but I kind of want a QB with some legs. So I'm gonna go with Donovan McNabb. And he had 3,875 yards in the season, 31 touchdowns, only 8 interceptions.
Lost.
I think he had 3 rushing touchdowns, but he had some pretty good rushing games. Not terrible for a quarterback in 2004.
No. Super Bowl bound Donovan McNabb.
Yeah. Yeah.
And who you following that up with?
Snaky snake. I'm gonna take a little risk here. Oh man, all these defenses are looking pretty good. I gotta get my defense before anybody else does, because that's just how I think.
That's
Let's go with turnover leaders. Buffalo Bills defense, which I'm sure y'all are surprised I'm taking that.
They're
the
really
Bills
good.
defense.
especially in 2004.
I don't like it. I think it's gonna bust on you,
It's gonna
It's like-
bust on him.
just like the Bills do always. It's 2004 Bills. I mean, that's prime like shitty Bills era. Got Drew Bledsoe at quarterback.
Oh, shut up.
The
Drew's
Bills,
amazing.
the Bills only let up 284 points total that season against them, and they had 39 takeaways. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
So I drafted this guy in our 2011 draft, and I don't think he did that great for me. But considering he's probably the next best tight end after Gonzalez and Gates, I'm gonna go with Jason Witten. He had 87 catches for 980 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Old. Jason Witten was old in 2004, probably too.
He was 22 years old. It was
All
like
I remember, the only thing I ever remember watching Jason Witten is old Jason Witten. I assume he was really good back in the day, but like when I watch, he's just like this old dude, white dude who's just like still catching balls, but best. He was always hurt. Best injury report of all time, ankles both. But I prefer players with ankles, and
but
I'm
knees
sh-
don't count, right?
no, we don't need knees. They're overrated. I want a Super Bowl champion on my team. I want Michael Pittman of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He rushed 219 times, 926 yards, and hit 7 touchdowns. He had not great, but he's kind of a receiving back too. So,
Is that Michael Pittman's
that's
dad?
Michael Pittman. Yes, this is definitely Michael
Is he
Pittman's
really?
dad.
I
No,
was just
there's-
thinking that.
Let's
I
find
mean,
out.
that's pretty close, but
Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman Jr.
That's where we're going. Very bad that
Right?
we're drafting.
Parents,
goodness.
Michael Pittman Sr.
It-
This is his dad. I drafted
It
someone's
is.
dad. Yes.
that's pretty cool.
This is the dad draft.
I'm proud of myself.
Guys,
Hopefully
I forgot to hit the record button. Just kidding. I got you all looked after all that.
I got.
All right. So Jaws
I was
is
about to say I'm redrafting my team.
Yeah.
it's Jaws' turn, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. He's looking at running back Rudy Johnson for his flex choice. Rudy Johnson of the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's see. 361 attempts, 1,454 yards, and 12 touchdowns that year. So, Rudy Johnson.
Rudy Johnson.
All
So
right.
good until he went to the Lions.
Generally, what happens when you go to Lions?
Usually. All right. I'm going to take a flex as well. All right. Hoping this one pans out. I'm going to really hope it pans out. I'm looking at Green Bay Packers running back Amon Green. 1,163 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns that year. I know that running back's never really been Green Bay's strong suit, but strong suit. I don't know why I said sweet.
Strong suite.
I kind of like strong sweet.
I'm visibly like just physically ill with this quarterback shit.
Yeah, but
and then like Jim Irsay was like, "Oh, we signed cornerback Tony Brown." And everyone's like, "Ooh, all chips in." Good signing. Like right after the Russ trades. Like, just stop.
I think you read suit in French, didn't you?
Yes, that's
Sweet,
exactly
sweet.
Sweet.
I kind of
Strong
like
sweet.
Sweet.
because it's sweet. You could think sweet spot, and that's the strong point. So it's not just strong.
Thanks.
I don't know. I'm trying to.
I like my
trying to
coffee
help.
strong and sweet. Just like Ahmad Green. That was his nickname, Strong Sweet.
We still can't get this Russell Wilson trade out of your head, huh?
It's really messing me up.
It's gonna be okay.
No, it's not.
It's gonna be okay.
I literally just don't have to watch football this year. I already know that the Colts aren't going to go to the Super Bowl or the playoffs.
It's
so bad.
It's okay.
Um,
I haven't had a
They're gonna
quarterback since Dan Marino.
Even then, it was like sketchy.
all right,
And our
guys.
best quarterback since then has been Jay Fiedler.
My and then my snake pick round 7.1. I'm going to take the number 1 ranked defense of 2004, the Pittsburgh Steelers. 251 points allowed, 4,134 yards allowed, and yeah,
That's going to come back to bite me in the ass. I know it.
Yeah, that was a damn good defense until Bledsoe took him down in the AFC Championship game.
Shame for Bledsoe. Bills were in the championship game this year.
What?
You said Bledsoe. I'm just thinking he's in the Bills this year.
Oh,
So,
04. Yeah, he was. This is
oh yeah,
last year.
04. Okay, I'm thinking of 01. Sorry.
I was so
Oh,
confused.
mercy.
Thinking of 01.
All right. And Jaws is taking the Patriots defense for his round 7 pick. Patriots are ranked 9th in yards allowed, but 260 points allowed that year. And let's see, 20 interceptions. That's pretty cool. So yeah, pretty stout defense there. So yeah, Pat's defense for Jaws.
I would like to get on the bus and take Mr. Jerome Bettis for my flex position. This is like I think this is like his last year in the NFL, or damn near close. But he still had 941 yards and 13 touchdowns. So still a productive year for Mr. Bettis. I like the bus. It's a good name.
Heard a rumor.
What's his middle name? What's the rumor?
Jerome Bettis.
Uh-huh.
He ain't know how to lettuce.
Oh, wait. So
Jesus.
he just doesn't eat lettuce?
No, it's some research stuff that I found for NFL history.
Jerome
Myron
Bettis.
Cope singing a Macarena parody. And he talks about Jerome Bettis, and that's his rhyme. Jerome Bettis, he ain't know how to lettuce.
Yeah, this is his year before last year. Fast Willie Parker didn't really break out until the last game of the season, and then
How fast?
they kind of split time. He was pretty freaking fast.
He was fast. Just watch, what is that, Super Bowl? I can't even tell you what Super Bowl that is.
40.
40?
Super Bowl 40, 70. I think he had a 75-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, he was gone.
73, 75, something like that.
Here's another man that's pretty fast at my flex position because I'm not going defense. I'm going to go with Brian Westbrook, who had 812 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns, but he also had 73 receptions for 703 yards. So he was utilized. That's why I'm going with him as my flex.
All right.
Yes, that's all
Let's
right.
go. I'm going to take my last running back here in Warwick Dunn,
Great name.
Atlanta Falcon. He had 1,106 yards rushing and 9 touchdowns. And then, let's see. I need a flex. Let's go that third Indianapolis Colts wide receiver with over 1,000 yards. And Brandon Stokely. He had, where is he? I lost him. He had 1,077 yards receiving, 10 touchdowns.
Take him off my board.
You okay, Matt?
I'm ready. Oh my God. No, I'm not.
Do you need to like call into an Indianapolis radio station right now?
No, it doesn't matter. I'm ready to try like black tar heroin at this point. I'm so upset.
Jesus.
Okay. Well,
Do we got some breaking news?
No, it just I gotta stop looking at Twitter. That's all. You know what? I'm done. I'm done looking at Twitter. Let's finish strong.
speaking of black tar heroin, here's a fan base that might feel the same way, but I'm gonna pick them in 2004. And that for my defense, I'm gonna go with the JTES Jets.
Wow, you fucked that one up. You
Oh, I
said
did probably.
JTES.
Yeah, I can't even spell. But you know what? I got the Jets.
Are you on black tar heroin?
I would like to be. There's days. I always said though, if I was going to be addicted to a drug, I would like meth. I hope none of my kids' teachers listen to this because that was
You know what? Let's just continue on with that pick. I should have never said anything. You could take the JTES Jets defense or
yes,
the TES defense.
I will. And then they were 4th in points against, and they were 7th in points allowed, and in turnovers, they were 8th. So I'm really hoping they do something good.
Cool, man.
It's the Jets. They're not going to do anything good.
So who do you get, David?
The Baltimore Ravens. You know what the only thing you ever hear about the Baltimore Ravens defense is? The only thing.
Ray
They're
Lewis?
they're stingy. No. The only thing announcers ever say about the Ravens defense is they're stingy. They could suck. And then all of a sudden they make one stop like, oh, that stingy defense working at no, they suck. But this year, I don't know. They had like 4,800 yards allowed. They had 34 picks or turnovers, which is why I picked them. So, and they're stingy. It's a great word. And someone in here might be a fan of a different team that doesn't like them. He's gonna be real sad when my defense beats out.
Well, I know it's
defense.
not
That
Mr. Jaws because he's a Bills fan. So
is he? I didn't know that.
and Jaws is on the clock.
Jaws is going to take a tight end with his last pick. He is looking at Algie Crumpler.
What? That's not a name.
I think it's Carl Lester Crumpler's brother.
I have no idea what you said.
It's the guy.
Alge, is it Alge or LG?
It's LG.
What a name.
It's-
48 catches, 774 yards, and 6 touchdowns.
Parents just really liked pools. I don't.
No, it doesn't.
What?
It doesn't look.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, he is the younger brother of former Seahawks tight end Carl Lester Crumpler. I
Is he good?
I swear.
Is he good though?
Who, LG or Carl Lester?
Either one, really. They're probably the same.
Yeah, they were okay. It was like Michael Vick's safety blanket.
I mean, if you have the name like Crumpler, you better be good at something. Especially with
Crumpler.
algae. Like, what the? God, those parents.
He's
Good
definitely
choice.
good at crumpling. For
Yeah.
Sure.
Good at something, Matt. Are you better at picking?
Yeah, can you
know
pick a
what we
better
got.
player than LG Crumpler?
I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to take the tight end and Randy McMichael, 73 catches, 791 yards, and 4 touchdowns from the Miami Dolphins. And then my first flex, I'm going to snag. I'm going to take Priest Holmes. All right. It's probably going to backfire, but he has 14 touchdowns in 8 games. So that's pretty cool.
Is this good Priest Holmes or is it no? This is downfall Priest Holmes?
Maybe. I mean, 14 touchdowns in 8 games is pretty good, I'd
Yeah.
say. So
What's Jaws Izzy going for? Or
Jaws with his first flex, he is going to take oh, cool. He's going to take Isaac Bruce.
nice.
Isaac Bruce. That's a good mulligan pick. Isaac Bruce was 5th in receiving yards. See, he picks good ones. I pick bad ones. 5th in receiving yards, In 2004, 89 catches, 1,292 yards, and 6 touchdowns.
6 touchdowns. I can get less than that. I will take another Buffalo boy, Eric Moulds.
Jeez,
You just did a fist pump when someone else drafted a Dolphins player.
I love Randy.
And I'm the. I
don't pick them. I didn't pick them.
Well, you should have.
Players.
Well, I'm going to take a flex. This is a flex or a mulligan? This is my mulligan. Yeah, Mr. Moulds. 1,043 yards and 5 touchdowns. So hopefully, I mean, it's a flex. That's what they are. Mulligan. Wow. Who's your perfect player?
What is left?
There's a lot of players left.
I'm gonna go with Derek Mason. You could keep Mr. Drew Bennett because I'll take his counterpart. Derek Mason of the Tennessee Titans had 96 catches for 1,168 yards and 7 touchdowns.
All right. Mulligan.
Back to back, too.
Well, let's see. I always try to look up mulligans for just in case. Let me do a mulligan. Quarterback, Mr. David Carr, older brother of Derek Carr.
Drive that car.
He had 3,531 yards passing, only 16 touchdowns. He had 14 interceptions on the season. And then another mulligan. Let's see. We'll go wide receiver. We'll go. Let's go Rod Gardner. Washington wide receiver. He had 650 yards receiving, 5 touchdowns.
Rod.
That was one of those Steve Spurrier picks. I remember Rod Gardner. I like your Washington idea here. And I'm going to go with, for my final mulligan guy, I'm going to go with Clinton Portis, who had 1,315 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Mr. Portis, huh?
I
I like him. I'm going to go with Thomas Jones of the
What?
Jones?
Chicago Bears. Yeah,
That's not unusual.
What? I'm missing something.
I love Boyd's pop culture references. Andrew has good ones too, but I get Boyd's more.
Everybody's like the same age.
Well, he had, I still don't get him, so I'm just going to continue on. He had 948 yards and 7 touchdowns. So, yeah, he's just Thomas Jones. Do you have a middle name? Quinn.
Brother
There you
of
go.
Julius Jones.
Is that who you're picking?
Motherfucking Jones.
Who's Jazzy got?
All right, so Jaws is going to finish off his draft with New Orleans running back Deuce McAllister.
Deuce.
Dropping a deuce, probably.
Any relation to Kevin, perhaps?
Who knows? 1,074 rushing yards and 9 touchdowns that season. And then my final pick and mulligan will be Mr. Andre Johnson.
Any relation to Matt Johnson?
Probably not. Probably not.
Sure. How would you know?
Did you do Ancestry and me?
No, it's all bullshit. Andre Johnson, 79 catches, 1,142 yards, and 6 touchdowns.
I like that. You know why I like that? Back when I won my only retro league championship, he gave me like 20 something points as a flex. So I like that.
He must have been like 90 years old by that time.
I'll never
That's
forget his
weird.
1 year with the Colts.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be more than what it turned
That
out
was
to be.
terrible. Absolutely terrible.
And Frank Gore's years with the Colts too were not. That's kind of a dark time.
The Dark Ages.
Brother, I'm still living in a dark time. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I'm a Dolphins fan, okay? So your dark times to you is wonderful for me.
Yeah, I get it. Colts privilege. I get it. It's all right. So that's the draft.
All right. What
Jeez,
year are we getting? What
Yeah.
day?
You guys
what
have
week?
Yeah, what week? Month? Year? I don't know.
We are getting week number 5.
All right.
So Matt, how did Brett Favre do in week number 5?
If you give me a minute, I will go and tell you. So I
No,
can
we
go
want
s-
it now.
We want it now. You're the first. This should always be.
You literally just told us the week.
You just
Oh,
told us
yeah.
like 30 seconds ago, and you're like, all right, now we just at.
Well, I want things now. Okay, I want it now.
Well, you can't have it.
See,
Now.
that's a pop culture reference, and none of you got it.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
you're ancient.
Right now, that's Van Halen for the Crystal Pepsi commercial. You guys remember that?
Nope.
never had Crystal Pepsi. Also,
I know
he's
the
Van
song
Halen.
I want it all and want it now.
Yeah, but then Van Halen did a song and it was like right now or something like that, and it was like for the Crystal Pepsi ad.
Oh,
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Delicious. Okay.
So for our quarterbacks, running through quarterbacks, Green Bay, Mr. Brett Favre, they lost to Tennessee 27-48. Favre was 24 of 44 for 338 yards, 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. So doing some quick math,
Quick math.
338 divided by 15 is 22. Yeah, it's 22 points. I get 2 touchdowns, so 12 points there, and then 3 INTs, which is -6.
sheesh.
Yeah. That's
Not
a classic. That's a classic Brett Favre game.
There it is.
So I have 28 points.
That's not bad. It's not bad.
All right. Jaws screenshot his.
Ooh,
And oh, that sucks.
no.
Trent Green has a bye and no mulligan. So he's starting off hot with 0 points.
That's awesome.
Jesus. I love
Not
that
great.
for Jazz.
I like that too. I wish he was here right now just to
I said
be able to tell us this.
it's pretty fitting seeing as Jazz is kind of on a bye week.
Yeah. I had Mr. Peyton Manning, and it was a 35-14 win against Oakland. He had 3 touchdowns, but he only threw for 198 yards and 1 interception. So 13 points for his yards, 18 points for his touchdowns, and he loses 2 for that pick. So he comes up with 29 points total, which I guess is all right. But for a first round pick, I would expect more.
Definitely correct. So I took Dante Culpepper. They beat the Texans, or the Vikings beat the Texans 34-28. And I'm just excited because he had himself a day, gentlemen. He threw for 396 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
He had
That's fine.
30 yards of rushing, giving him a total of 59 points.
Jesus.
I love you, Dante. Finally helping out a Dolphins fan.
Fuck.
I you know what's funny is I was gonna pick him if it didn't get to someone else first. So, gosh damn it. Well, Donovan McNabb, he was on a bye week this week, but luckily, I did pick a mulligan QB. And David Carr, Houston lost to Minnesota this week, 28-34. David Carr was 372 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 3 rushes for 21 yards, giving me a total of 44 points.
Jesus. For a mulligan quarterback, god damn it.
That's pretty good.
I hate Peyton Manning, choke artist.
Damn.
I hate Brett Favre.
We're spoiled. We have 29 and 28 points. We're like, these guys suck.
Not what the others got.
Yeah, we could.
It could be
at
Josh.
least-
Could be worse. Okay. So on the running backs.
Yes.
sir.
All right. RB1 for myself is Shaun Alexander. They had their bye week in week 4, so I did get this right. Their game number 4 is a week 5 for them. So the Seattle Seahawks lost to the St. Louis Rams 27-33. And Shaun Alexander had 23 rushes for 150 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 catch for 4 yards.
Not bad.
So 15 points in rushing yards, 6 points in touchdowns, and 1 point for reception gives him 22 total points.
Nice.
For Jaws, he screenshot his stuff over. Jaws,
Another bye week.
Thank you very much. No. Yeah. He had running back LaDainian Tomlinson, and the Chargers got a 34-21 win over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tomlinson had 56 rushing yards in that week with 4 catches for 78 yards and 1 touchdown. So that is a 22-point day for LaDainian Tomlinson.
Good.
Yeah, at first it sounded really bad.
It
And
did.
then,
It started off really good, but
yeah.
those catches and stuff, man, you can't beat that. So
How'd your Buffalo boy do there, David?
They lost to the Jets. Willis McGahee lost to the Jets in 14-16. Boy, he had 42 yards rushing, 1 catch for 2 yards. I got 5 points, bro.
That's awesome. Those are Terry Bradshaw numbers.
My God. No, at least Terry Bradshaw can get 8 points. Oh my God, this guy sucks. No, it's fine. I'm confident in the rest of my team.
So I had Tiki Barber, and the Giants beat the Cowboys 26-10. And Tiki ran for 122 yards. He had himself a rushing touchdown and then 5 catches for 76 yards, giving me a total of 30 points.
Okay, so we know who's winning.
Fuck.
I'm feeling pretty good about this one.
I had Dominic Williams. Houston lost to that. I can't speak today. Houston lost to Minnesota 28-34. Dominic Williams had 31 yards rushing, 1 touchdown, 4 receptions for 31 yards, giving me 16 points.
Bad for Dominic.
So I had points.
all right.
Could that be a T-shirt of David just
I wish I
said?
had points. There's a
I
lot
wish I
of
had
t-shirt
points.
moments on this show.
I don't have. I'm so good at this game, guys.
All right. Yeah. So New England had the same situation. My RB2, Corey Dillon, they had a bye week, week 3. So week 5, they're playing their 4th game. Miami, New England defeated Miami 24-10. Big shock there. 18 attempts for 94 yards and 1 target, no catches. So I got a whopping 9 points out of Corey Dillon. So thank you, Corey Dillon. Appreciate you, fam.
Some Ken O'Brien numbers.
Yes, it's bad. And then
No Willis McGahee though.
Not even
Curtis
close.
for Jaws, Curtis Martin, 16-14 win over Buffalo, 77 rushing yards, 6 catches for 23 yards, gives him 15 points for his RBs. So, yeah.
Bad.
Arby's.
All right. I had Michael Pittman's dad, Michael Pittman, of the
Senior?
Tampa Bay. No, just Michael Pittman. They don't need the senior, junior. Of Tampa Bay versus New Orleans this week in a 20-17 win. He had, 15 rushes for 51 yards, 5 catches for 29 yards. So 12 points. Fucking absolute trash. I haven't even caught
What
up
are the
to
9?
I haven't even caught up to Dante Culpepper yet.
I want to stick in the 90s.
I do. I really do. No, it's fine. Sure, your next guy won't have 30 again.
I don't know. I got Edgar and James. He had the Colts beat the Raiders 35-14 this week, as David already mentioned. And Mr. James had 136 yards rushing, a touchdown, and 2 receptions for 19 yards, giving me 22 points.
That's not 30.
So-
I'm right.
So he's a little down.
I fucking quit.
It's a little
I quit.
down.
I'm Vontae Davis in this freaking shit right now. Goodbye.
He's gonna AB it. There goes the Carhartt.
Did your next player do good? Or are you just mad that he's God damn it.
Well, I guess it's not bad. I had my second running back, Warwick Dunn. Atlanta lost to Detroit 10-17. He had 44 yards rushing, 1 touchdown, 5 receptions for 31 yards, giving me 18 points.
It's pretty good. Better than bum ass Pittman and whoever.
Yeah, but freaking Dante Culpepper
No, he's fine.
burning my asshole right now.
I think Culpepper's the points leader, even more than Marino had in the 86 one we did.
Yep.
Jeez.
Not fair.
Dude, I think you got a shot the way
I
you're
think I have
sitting
a
right
chance.
now for complete total points leader after
No.
David beat mine last week.
I'm that's all I have. Please let me have this.
Yeah, how did Corey Dillon do?
Corey Dillon got 9 points.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're on wide receivers.
Yes.
Just made him repeat it.
I'm sorry.
Joe Horn, Mr. Joe Horn.
Dude's got a horn. I'm sorry. If anybody watches Letterkenny, I don't know.
No,
Dodge
No.
with us.
not fam. All right, week 5 for Joe Horn. New Orleans lost to Tampa Bay 17-20, and Joe Horn had 4 catches for 40 yards and a touchdown. So Joe Horn got me 14 points.
That's not bad.
Sure.
Not good.
No.
Not,
All right. And all right, next up for Jaws, Marvin Harrison, 35-14 win over Oakland. 3 catches for 44 yards. So 7 points. I feel a little bit better now.
bad at all. How'd T.O. do?
Gio probably sleeping, taking a nap. I don't know. It was his bye week. So instead, I guess I'll go to my Buffalo boy, Eric Molds. Again, they lost to the Jets at 14-16. And he had 6 catches for 54 yards, 11 points. So trash. T.O., who takes breaks? Seriously. The bye weeks are stupid. Can we go back to where bye weeks weren't a thing?
We gotta go with the 90s is when bye weeks became a thing.
Oh, I love the 90s.
So I had Torrey Holt and he had, where is Torrey Holt? He had 5 catches for 53 yards, giving me a total of 10 points. So he's
Thank God.
on the
Someone fell back
downside.
down to earth.
He's on the downside of my team. He's in the doghouse.
So you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance.
All I hope for.
Boyd.
Boyd, how did who you got?
Mushi Muhammad.
I took Muhsin Muhammad with my
Great.
first overall pick.
Great.
And it's noted here that he was born Melvin Darnell Campbell Jr. And I think this asshole deserves to go by Melvin Darnell Campbell Jr. So Melvin Darnell Campbell Jr. Had 1 reception for 9 yards, giving me 1 point. So Melvin Darnell Campbell Jr., if you're out there, you can suck my ass.
It wouldn't be a fantasy without Boyd getting 1 point from a player.
It would not. It really wouldn't.
That's worse than Doug Martin.
Oh.
Oh.
So that
Whatever gears were going on in AB's head when he ran out of it, it's about to happen.
Matt,
I'm about to have a nervous breakdown.
Yes, sir.
the question is, was that Steelers fan statement right that he will never start Drew Bennett in fantasy because he sucks?
Yeah, actually, this is a really complicated and and bullshit stat line. Okay, y'all ready for this?
Yep.
Go.
It's a lot. Okay. All right. So Drew Bennett in week 5 with their 48-27 win over the Green Bay Packers. He had 8 targets, but only 2 catches for 47 yards. Okay. We're not done yet, though.
Okay.
He had 1 rush for 12 yards. Okay. And he passed once for 26 yards and a touchdown.
Oh my god!
Oh,
So it saves it a little bit, but it's very complicated for not a whole lot of reward. So I get 2 points for receptions, 4 points for receiving yards, 1 point for rush yards, 1 point for pass yards, and 6 points for a pass touchdown, giving me 14 points for Drew Bennett.
that's
A
He
lot
just
of
hit
That's a
all
lot of
the-
words. That's a lot of words for 14
That's-
points.
Yeah.
That's a surprise. Wow.
that's nuts.
How did
Josh
Jaws'
Solo.
next pick?
Javon Walker in their loss to Tennessee. In Green Bay's loss to Tennessee 27-48, he had 8 catches for 159 yards and 1 touchdown, giving him 29 points.
Damn.
So a good day for Javon Walker there.
Ocho Cinco time.
He was sleeping or taking a nap or something. He had a bye week as well. So my tag team of Tio and Chad Ocho, God, they fucking suck, both of them. I got 0 points. I don't have a backup.
Well,
You really the Ocho, you take the Ocho Cinco, cut it in half, and that's a score, a 0.
well, I had
I want to hear it.
Javon Walker's counterpart. So I was looking at that. I'm like, is there any room? Like, did Favre just throw to him all game? Well, it turns out he did like throwing to Donald Driver this game because Donald Driver had 10 receptions for 150 yards, giving me 25 points.
Yeah, it's a wrap. I think it's a wrap.
Ran for total probably too. That's fine. Boyd, what was your stud player get?
My second wide receiver was Reggie Wayne. Indianapolis beat Oakland that week 35-14. Reggie had 5 receptions for 69 yards and 1 touchdown, giving me 17 points. Not bad.
Not good.
Not the best.
Not good
but
enough.
bad.
It's not good enough.
Not 1 point.
It's better than 1 point. Better than 0. Fucking assholes.
From Moosin.
Pick this decade, anyways.
It was David.
Hey, it's a good decade. Players can like catch the ball. We don't have to like
Except
You
for, their,
search.
except for their Tio and Chado Cinco in Wink 5.
All right. Is it my turn again?
Or
Yeah, you're-
Musin Muhammad.
You're on tight ends.
Tight ends. Yes, sir. Miami lost to New England 10-24, and Randy McMichael had 4 catches for 62 yards, and that was his entire stat line. Randy McMichael, 10 points.
I think that's pretty decent for a tight end,
Sure.
especially one that you took so late.
Whatever you say.
I'm not being
Wait.
sarcastic. For once, I'm not being sarcastic. Like, I figured that I would be happy with that.
All right.
What did Mr. Jazz's amazing
Uh,
tight end do?
all right. Jaws' amazing tight end, Algie Crumpler,
Oh,
lost 17-10 to Detroit. He had 1 catch for 24 yards, so 3 points.
1 catch for 20 yards.
Not bad.
24. Get it right.
Sorry. My tight end was Mr. Antonio Gates. He actually played, just so I'll know,
Okay.
wasn't a bye week. San Diego versus Jacksonville, a 34-21 win. He racked up 8 catches, 93 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So I finally have a player that this guy's actually tied Peyton Manning, so 29 points total. It's still trash.
Very good. Oh, it's still trash.
Doesn't matter.
You guys gotta
What's-
get out.
What get out? I can't.
Yeah, like,
It's cold out.
oh yeah, I forgot. So I had Mr. Jason Witten, and he had 5 catches for 35 yards, giving me 8 points.
Not good. Could be better.
Still a chance.
Randy McMichael season, baby.
Yeah, Randy McMichaels. Boyd does not look happy.
Yeah, I'm not. Because
How did TG do?
Tony Gonzalez, oh yeah, it'd be nice if it wasn't a bye week and I took a mulligan. So 0 points. Let's move on.
That's how I feel. Yo, bye weeks are the worst.
And I didn't even need a mulligan for my wide receivers. And I took a mulligan for my wide receivers.
I
Do you
needed
know what-
2.
Do you know what decade doesn't have bye weeks?
The bad
The
football
1970s.
decades.
But hey, Matt,
Yeah,
Yo,
take
how's it-
Amon Green and flex on us.
sure. I'm on Green. What a day. What a great day he had.
Can't tell anymore.
It was really good, guys. Like, awesome. I'm on Green. Had 10 rush attempts for 33 yards and 2 catches for 5, giving me 5 points as my big super flex. So, yep, that worked out.
Flex on him.
Ahmad
Eh.
Green.
Let's
So
see.
David's little thing of players with the last name Green maybe isn't always true.
Shoot. I said colors. Is the last name. Ahmad Green doesn't count. It's probably not his real name.
Probably not.
He probably
And
probably just had a bad day.
What's
and
his real name?
Jaws, for Jaws, his original flex, Rudy Johnson, was on a bye. So he is going to use Isaac Bruce. 33-27 win over Seattle. He had 6 catches for 78 yards. So 13 points for Jaws there in the flex. So nice save.
That's such a good save. Jerome the Bus Bettis must have been taking lessons from Terry goddamn Bradshaw. Pittsburgh versus Cleveland in a 34-23 win. He rushed for 14 times for 34 yards and 1 touchdown, giving me 9 points. Thanks, Bettis. Hall of Fame worthy.
He's a Hall of Famer.
He rushed for 34 yards in the football game. That's not Hall of Fame.
That was the end of his career.
They just
bro.
let anybody in these days.
Wow. Terry Bradshaw's in the Hall of Fame too. What do you
Yeah,
guys
he
say
won.
about that?
He
Yeah, he
sucks.
So I had Brian Westbrook, who was an Eagle, so he was on a bye with T.O. Maybe they were hanging out together.
They were.
So I decided to insert Mr. Derek Mason into this, and he does not have his weirdest stat line as Drew Bennett did in this game. But he had 4 catches for 63 yards and a touchdown, giving me a total of 16 points.
Better than me.
My flex was wide receiver Brandon Stockley. Is it Stockley or Stokely?
Stokely.
Stokely. Indianapolis beat Oakland 35-14. Brandon Stokely had 3 receptions for 41 yards, giving me 7 points.
It's a close game, guys. It's anybody's game.
Yeah.
Well, the win can always be stopped with a great defense. How did those 2004 Steelers do?
Oh man. Oh.
That face.
Okay. So in yards allowed, they allowed 305. So it gave against the Cleveland Browns. So it gave me 1 point. In points allowed, they gave up 23. So 1 point. And sacks, they got 2 sacks, so 4 points. And that's it. 6 points for the Steelers defense.
Vaunted Steelers defense.
Josh just sent me over his the stats for the game. I don't have like all like, or he sent me his points. I don't have his stats. But for the Patriots defense beating Miami, they had 10 points allowed, which is 3 points. 3 sacks, which is 6 points. They allowed 204 yards, so that's 2 points, and then had 1 interception for 2 points. That's 13 points for the Patriots defense.
The first time he's broken 0 on a defense.
That's a really good number.
Okay.
Is it 13 for defense?
I'll take it.
Here.
I'd rather have that.
Let me tell you about the stingy
I had
Ravens
36
defense.
points last week.
My Ravens defense faced the Washington racist names. They win a 17-10 win. They piled up 1 interception, 2 points, 3 sacks, 6 points, a touchdown, 6 points. They allowed 10 points, which is 3, and they only allowed 107 yards, which is kind of ridiculous.
That's good.
So 3 more points there. They also, their special teams got a touchdown, but I guess we don't count that. But they still brought in a total of 20 points on defense for those stingy Ravens D. That's better than the Steelers, right?
Yeah.
I hope so. But yeah, 20 points for my defense. It's not going to help, but I'm happy.
I had the Jets, and they beat the Bills 16-14, and they had an INT and 4 sacks on Mr. Drew Bledsoe. They only allowed 252 yards, and like I said, only gave up 14 points, giving me a total of 15.
Yeah, I missed this week with the Bills defense. They lost to the Jets 14-16. They allowed only 16 points, but gave up 383 total yards. They had 1 interception, 2 sacks, gave me a total of 8 points.
Beast mode.
All right. So
What's our totals?
Point totals. So I, with everything, 108 points. Jazz finishes with 102 points.
115.
That's pretty decent for having a guy out.
Trash. Say
Boy,
it.
do you want to go next?
Yeah,
I'll
boy,
go.
let's-
I'll go next because we know who
83.
won this. We know who won this game. I had 111 points.
second place, baby.
I had 185 points.
God
Jesus.
damn it.
Yep. And I'm back into third place for total points for a game.
No,
my
it's
record
fine.
My record has been broken twice.
So I have
So-
nothing. I don't even have a record anymore. Don't have a quarterback high total anymore.
You got second place.
I don't want
Second
second
place.
place. You know what happens to second place people?
My goal is to make sure David never wins anything again.
That's not fair, man.
I don't know why. I just want I'm like the Emperor in Star Wars, just watching his misery as he loses. I'm like, yeah.
I could probably beat you in a Star Wars knowledge question thing. I couldn't. No, it's
So-
fine. I like losing. It's really empowering.
Did you
know
tell
what?
Jaws?
Did you tell
I
John?
won?
Did I tell that he lost? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he knows. He knows.
That's probably why I got a message that says, I swear if you pick the 70s, I'm flying to Texas to beat your ass. So I was going to pick the 70s, me being that 70s guy, but I feel like I want redemption in the 80s. So we are going to go with the 80s next
Perfect.
week.
All right.
All right.
I can't wait to take Dan Marino first overall again.
Yeah, if you get first overall again, I'm quitting. It'll be like 7 times
Please
in a row.
don't. We can't lose. We can't lose anybody else. But okay, boys. So next week, the 80s. Congratulations, Andrew, on winning. This is your second or third?
Third.
I don't believe it.
I think I'm the first 3-time winner.
I think you are. Very nice. Very nice. But yeah, that's a wrap, everybody. On behalf of Jazz from live via satellite, Boyd, David, and Andrew and I. Till next time, the 2 Point Conversation is good.